Bob's Downtown Diner. Good old American cooking nestled in the entertainment district of historic downtown Mobile. Made from scratch breakfast served all day, every day, starting at 7 a.m. and featuring home cooked lunch specials to boot. Located at 263 St. Francis Street, or as we call it, the corner of Fat and Happy. Call 251 405 1497.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to another edition of the Sip and Chew Show with Mike and Stu.
I'm Stu.
You are the Mac, man.
You
Stu
are
is the Mac.
I'm the Mac Daddy. You're the Daddy Mac.
There you go. Good morning, everybody. Like I said, welcome to the Chew Show. It's going to be a beautiful day today.
Yes, it is.
It's going to be a beautiful day for all this. So, anyway, I know some people are tired and stayed up late last night listening, watching our listen over and
Watching winning football.
we got embarrassed and humiliated early, so I left where I was at with 8 minutes still on the board, went home. I said, heck with it.
Now that was the most embarrassing. That was the most embarrassing thing about that game. It wasn't the players. 5 minutes left to go in the game. There was nothing but burnt orange in that stadium. I should be ashamed of yourself.
Should be. I'm sure Nick Saban
Georgia would have never left the stadium.
I'm sure
like
Nick
that.
Saban would have.
LSU
would have addressed. But if I were Nick Saban,
Yeah.
if I were Nick Saban, I would have told the boys to go in the locker room, get their practice jerseys, and come on back out on the field because we're gonna practice.
There wasn't any problem with that. But Texas was just a better team.
You know.
But the
How
fans.
do you get better, Stu? You practice.
Well, you can only practice so many hours a week, man. And you forget, it's a school first and a football program second.
Yeah.
They are students. So,
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. And I thought it was a fantastic day of college football.
Oh, it was. There were some exciting games like crazy on yesterday, and oh man, it was. So
Indicators when I was at.
there you go.
Hey, that's good.
One out of, however many you had this year.
Did all the,
Hey, you're a quarter away to your wins now.
did UCF win? And did all the Florida teams win yesterday?
I'm not sure.
Miami won. Phoenix won. Florida State won. I just wonder if UCF won. The teams that matter. They all matter, but
UCF's been the best program in the state of Florida for 5 years. And it's no competition. Yeah, and no competition with that.
I agree.
But Florida State looks for real.
Yeah, they for real. They've been an embarrassment.
About 5 or 6 years.
For several years now.
Yeah.
And
Even when Bowden was still there, because those last 5 years or so, he was dirty.
I just hope those Bammers don't go through a Mike Shula phase there. All the Shula and other coaches that
Everything is cyclical.
Yeah, it is.
You're right.
You
You're
go
right.
through.
Okay. If you look at it honestly, Alabama's been playing football for 110 years or so, give or take. You really only had 2 periods where y'all were great.
He could have.
That was Bear Bryant and Nick Saban, and the rest of the time, Auburn's been the better program.
Sad. He could have an entire program, a group of boys that came into the program and graduate and not get a national championship.
Oh, that's so sad.
I mean, that's the way they're for the longest time. Every boy's come to the program.
Yes, y'all did. Y'all played by a different set of rules than everybody else.
And
Yeah.
Oh, Sip and Chew. This is a wine.
I know.
We're just to remind
So
everybody.
Stu,
Yes.
how'd the week go down there at back to Tuesday?
Art walk was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
There's not a soul there the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Nobody ate lunch.
People say it's still kind of warm.
Yeah, this is the wrong time of year to try and open a restaurant and hope to be busy.
Yeah.
Because Mama and Daddy ain't got no money in September and October. They're tapped out from back to school.
Yeah, they are.
Business is slow
And
as
it's
time.
hot.
Yeah.
Is Nola?
It's not.
Oh, that.
Oh, so yeah, you went down there.
My wife and I went down.
Did y'all split some things?
We had we ended up with the buffalo chicken when we ordered the Nola. I don't know how to have it.
I I screwed up. It was straight up, I screwed up, gave him the wrong
But
thing.
it was quite good, and then he had a tea, agave nectar tea.
Oh,
which was-
I was gonna ask you about that.
Limeade.
Are you selling beverages?
I'm selling that beverage.
Okay, no bottled waters and stuff like that?
Nope.
For people like me who can't drink beverage?
There's nothing there you can eat, man.
Well,
There's nothing healthy in there.
I know.
Yeah.
It was good, though.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But I will say this, Mike Bailey is a man who has said many times, I'll drive 50 miles for a restaurant that serves a sloppy Joe, but apparently he won't walk 2 blocks. So I was running sloppy Joe
I
yesterday.
live more than 2 blocks.
Yeah.
But anyway, I can't have sloppy joes right now anyway.
Or
You should if you made him out of turkey. Make
It
it
don't
brown
matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. I can't, I forgot my set menu, what I can have, and now, yesterday, last night I had pork, country style ribs, very lean country style. I got the leanest I could get. And, and
Still
I
wasn't
had
very
those
lean.
with asparagus.
Yeah.
I'll be glad one of my asparagus is gone, that stuff working on me.
Yeah.
I got one more serving of asparagus at my house.
So it's doing its job, huh?
It's doing its job, but good to know that, anyway. But I went ahead, I bought a big old bag of beans, green beans, and I said, maybe I better blanch these and freeze them. So I blanched them yesterday, and I'm gonna put them in a little freezer, little Ziploc bags and freeze them.
Individual portions.
Yeah, and because I can just throw those in the air fryer and just boom, they're done. And I love my air fryer. God, I can cook, and I don't have grease floating around my kitchen and having to wipe things down. And
You want to talk about something great for cooking up a whole sausage or a hot dog, just throw it in the air fryer.
when I can have those, I will.
The Louis Rich makes a really good turkey hot dog. Here's the thing with hot dogs with me. Either go the most expensive, get Naaman Brothers, or get turkey dogs. Because the turkey dogs are cheaper and taste better than any of the pork dogs. Pork shouldn't be in a hot dog. That's not a meat that should be in it. It's a beef. It is a beef sausage.
That's so un-American. Yeah, I agree. Beef, it's gotta be, to me, it's gotta be beef.
Yeah. Well, no, that's a real wiener. It's not a real, if it's pork, you're eating bologna. Yeah. It's not a hot dog.
It's especially where
Yes.
Yeah.
It's bologna.
Any other byproducts. Because when I used to eat a lot of hot dogs, because they're quick to make, and you're coming home at night and throw one in the microwave and heat it up. But I only bought 100% beef. Or I could get the
And that's what I say. If you're not doing that,
Mm-hmm.
get the turkey dogs. Louis Rich and Oscar Mayer both make a really good smoked turkey dog.
Mm-hmm.
That's as good, if not better, than any of the other pork.
What's the ballpark, Frank? Which?
That's all pork.
It's really?
Yeah.
Well, they gotta be-
They have a certified Angus beef.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but the regular ones are probably a mix of pork, beef, and chicken, which is what most hot dogs
Talk
are.
about effective media advertising.
Yeah. Well, here's something on that. Mike said byproduct. Well, everybody sees byproduct, and they go, oh, well, that's the best part of the plant, of the animal.
It's the most flavorful.
Well, not that, the healthiest.
Yeah.
Byproduct doesn't mean you're eating a bunch of fat, it means you're eating a bunch of organ meat. The organ meat is better for human beings than any of the other meat.
Really?
Yeah. The heart, the liver, and all that. When apex predators kill, that's what they go for first.
That makes sense.
Because that's where all the nutrients are.
That's what that's flavor.
Yeah. Heart doesn't have any fat on it. Lungs don't have fat on them.
Miss Rose Mosley said, bless her heart, rest in peace. She said that like a rump roast is the biggest waste of meat on a cow because there's nothing in there to give it flavor. It's all lean. It's just a big old thing of no meat. I mean,
And there's no
fat.
connective tissue.
There's no connective tissue.
Because like connective tissue which is tendons, ligaments, that's what makes pork ribs good. It's not the fat.
Yeah.
It's the connective tissue.
I thought that was because it was so lean, that was your better.
Oh, the lean is better for you, but the connective tissue is what makes it lip smacking, which makes it melt in your mouth. And it's not really, that's not fattening. The fat is fattening. The connective tissue is just protein, calcium. It's cartilage, basically.
Okay.
Various forms of cartilage. But you got to slow cook that to get it to dissolve. But once you do,
It's like base, yeah, I
Yeah.
guess into the, okay.
Yeah.
All right. 251-343-0106.
What is that number,
Call
Mike?
in and text in line. And hey, when we come back, we got some announcements to make.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, I never thought about that, on hot dog. I knew that, a lot of it, I think it's just for economic reasons, they make cheaper so that people buy them,
Yeah,
yeah, make it more affordable to the public, as it were, but.
The all beef ones that are more expensive,
Yeah.
you're still paying like 50 cents a hot dog. They're
Right.
still dirt cheap. There's no excuse to not get the good
Yeah,
stuff.
that's what but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
originally, that was the idea, was when where hot dogs developed during the 30s, 20s, somewhere.
Well, wieners come from Germany a long time ago, but Nathan Brothers Hot Dogs invented the hot dog in Coney Island, New York. 20 maybe?
That makes sense. Well, I knew, it's not just yesterday, because, all that came over with the immigrants. Especially when you got Irish, German.
Yeah.
My mom.
1860.
Wow.
Actually says a food park in New York City by a German immigrant, 1860. Nathan Brothers is who put out the first one mass produced.
What is the label, Plum Pretty Company?
Oh, yeah, that's ballpark.
Ballpark, right, that's it. You can tell I shop at Walmart. No, we like the big beef. There was, what's the Al's hot dogs down here?
Ooh, yeah.
My favorite, and Al's is good. My favorite, I go to, when I don't go anymore. Right now, it's a whacked out wiener.
And they use Nathan Brothers.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, after we left you, we went to Mobay Beignets.
What now?
After we left you, we went to Mobay Beignets.
Yeah, beignet.
Ooh. Those are big dudes.
Yeah.
those are big. And they don't just serve one, they serve, the minimum is 3,
Yeah.
All that stuff's good.
Whole lot of powdered sugar that they just waste. That's the sad part.
Just take a straw with you.
Right. Put it in a takeaway bag.
Pull out a credit card. Line it up.
Hey, we're gonna take this home and pick up some cops.
Yeah. Well, you've been in radio long enough. You know what we're talking about.
Here we go.
Woo! Hey, that's us.
It is us. Hey, it's going to be a beautiful day. You know what else would be beautiful to do today? Is go sit outside at Bob's Downtown Diner on the corner of Fat and Happy. Listen to Marcus Elizondo play. Great musician.
Get his guitar on.
Get his guitar on. Every time I leave there, he's still playing. As I cross the street, he'll get my car. He says, "Everybody say bye to Mike Bailey," and everybody there goes, "Bye, Mike Bailey." He makes me feel so good. Anyway.
Cheers.
Yeah. So and we want to thank Labashon Wine and Tapas Bar over
Lovely
downtown.
place.
Beautiful
Lovely
downtown. It is a beautiful. It is. Tanya and David Garrett did a phenomenal. David, her real husband. David, they did a phenomenal job creating that place, and it's such a cool place. Huh?
She has a big husband.
Everybody thinks I'm her husband, and they every time I've worked there, and they go, "Now, where's your wife at?" "I don't have a wife." And they go, "Well, aren't you?" "No, I'm not." And so I had to get a T-shirt that said, "I'm not David."
That's what that's.
And then I bought him a T-shirt that says, "I am David." So that's just an inside joke.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I have to have insight, because you put it on Facebook all the time. That's kind of always wondered.
Yeah. When I worked, sometimes I hadn't had to go to, they're finally getting, people steady to work there.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to work anymore. But,
I know.
people,
You've never wanted to work. That's why you went into sales.
Hey,
No. He does what he's gifted at. He talks. And he turned that into making money.
I don't know, but I'm working.
Oh,
So,
you probably made it though.
people work
didn't tell
hard.
me how much you spent. That was the issue.
People work hard. Talking about some people work, it's sausage and wholesale meat.
Yes,
They
they do.
work hard. And they gotta work in that cold atmosphere over there.
Ain't that cold? It's 40 degrees.
Oh, okay.
Love a job like that in the
Yeah, you
summertime.
do.
In the summertime, especially.
But go out there and ask for it. And your favorite spot that you love to buy your vegetables and your groceries and your dog food and cat litter and all that stuff. Go there and ask for it by name. And then Butch Cassidy's over there at the corner of Flo Shell, which is Florida Street and Ocho Road. You know where it's at. The now famous Butch Burger. Soon to be famous something else, I'm sure. One day.
Oh, the Prairie Burger is now
Oh, really?
soon to be famous Prairie Burger.
Uh-huh. Would you say that the steak wings are soon to be or already?
A lot of people.
They're already famous enough that people know
They're not
on
supposed to
the menu.
be. They're not supposed to be famous.
It's supposed to be a top
That
secret.
makes them infamous.
It's supposed to be top secret.
Yeah.
And the steak wings, they're supposed to be top secret.
Yeah.
So don't tell anybody, folks.
So have you even had the Prairie Burger? Do you even know what comes in the Prairie Burger?
I can't have it now anyway. So.
Well, you would never would have ordered it because it's a small burger. So I bet you've never even ordered one of the small ones. And they're totally different.
Look at me, Stu. Do I look like I ordered a small
Yeah.
burger?
They're different bread, different cheese, different everything.
Groundhog?
Do I?
No. I mean, it's just a smaller patty. It's
Oh,
a 5 ounce instead of a 7
Oh,
ounce.
you actually do with me. I mean, that's Prairie Burger.
But it's got that shredded lettuce on it, and it's got a fried green tomato
That's shredded lettuce. Huh?
and bacon, and then Roy's got this really killer prairie sauce.
Mhm.
Prairie sauce.
Yeah, and I've had the prairie sauce. I've tasted
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, but you hadn't had the burger with the fried green tomato.
See, I'm just not a
How
big.
did that escape
I'm just
you?
not a big fried green tomato fan.
Well, you don't have a big fried green tomato. It's just one slice.
I know, but I'm just not a fried green tomato fan.
There's all kinds.
They're
of
good.
things
I'll
wrong
eat them.
with you.
I'll eat them, but you know, there's other things that excite me, like crunchy peanut butter, grilled pineapple, and a fried egg on a
How would you know
hamburger.
without a fried green tomato on it? That way you're
Yeah,
still eating
That's
healthy.
just not in my flavor profile. My flavor wheel
You wanna
wagon.
run that by me, the list again? Crunchy peanut butter, pineapple, and fried egg?
Crunchy peanut butter,
All right,
fried egg,
I'm good with the first two.
all right, bacon. You like bacon?
Yeah, I know, but not all at one, and the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
And grilled pineapple, fried egg, crunchy peanut butter, and bacon.
And that's why he's on a diet. Because he'd go to Crystal's and ask him, can they add all that to every Crystal?
And now Roy's done that for me before.
Yeah.
He
He's
did
had
that for me.
pineapple.
Yeah,
And he happened to have peanut butter.
and they happen to have some peanut butter. So,
Yeah.
Anyway.
And it was probably his lunch. He
Yeah.
probably
I'm
gave you half.
associated with when you say peanut butter on pancakes, that's where I'm from.
Yeah.
They go, what?
Well, I'll tell you, peanut butter on a burger.
Peanut
is-
butter on pancakes?
Oh, you
Yeah.
better believe it, brother. That's
Did
where I
where?
grew up. Oh, absolutely.
Right, where from? Where you from?
I'm from Kansas. I'm Northwest Kansas.
People always trip me out when they go, peanut butter on a pancake, why not? It's a piece of
y'all-
bread. That's
were
all
y'all-
a pancake
were
is,
y'all
a
at
piece of
service
bread.
that day, or-
Oh, yeah, no, we eat syrup or we'll put on
You've
strawberry
never put,
jam.
never put
No.
peanut butter on waffles?
No.
It's just bread.
Well,
There's nothing
okay.
at
You
all
put- you
bizarre
put
about that.
Peanut butter and
It's,
pineapple on a
All right,
burger.
now,
I mean, come
yeah.
on.
in 3 months, I'm gonna try it.
yeah.
Remind me, 3 months, and I'm gonna try
Yeah,
it.
it's just like, people are like, chicken and waffles, it's a piece of
Oh, I
chicken
love
and a piece
chicken
of bread.
Right. Chicken, fried chicken and spaghetti?
I
That's
never had
delicious.
that.
Soup and cheese.
No, that's not fried chicken and spaghetti, that is chicken parmesan.
Well, it's
Yeah.
fried chicken and spaghetti. I saw it on Alton Brown show, and I saw it on Anthony's.
That I've had.
So, yeah, good combination. It makes sense. But, want to make a few announcements first. Today
Do
is
it.
today is the second line, and to commemorate, the passing of Jimmy Buffett. It's gonna be downtown starting, the parade starts at 4, but they want everybody to get there by 3. And they want, one important thing that everybody needs to do, they need to put on sunscreen. Please put on. Jimmy Buffett would tell you, please put on some sunscreen. Because you're gonna be out in the sun, huh?
What route is it taking?
It's going down Dolphin Street. It's gonna
Okay.
start at the Riverview and go down Dolphin Street to Moe's.
Okay.
And it's gonna be a nice, second line. I got my Hawaiian shirt, my shark hat, shark fin hat, and I bought some Lays. I'm gonna pass out some Lays, and to probably some pretty mermaids that are walking in parade who don't have Lays. So I'm gonna hand out some Lays. Also, it's going to be Joseph Brennan. I don't know if he's a musician here in town, I believe. Joseph Brennan and John Killian, who we've had on the show, with John, at Braden River. They're the ones who spearheaded this thing, and they got a hold of Carol Hunter, and she got the ball rolling. They got the permits, so this is going to be a huge event today. Put on your Hawaiian shirt, put on your parrot head stuff, paraphernalia. And
Bring your paraphernalia.
Wagons and all that but they just ask you to don't bring any bikes or things that are going to hold people up, hold the line up. You want to walk at a steady pace. There are rules. You can go to our Facebook page to see the rules that they've started.
Be specific with ours. Sip and Chew or
Sip and Chew. Okay. You can go to mine if you're a friend of mine on Facebook. They're also on downtown word of mouth Facebook page, and you can see all that. But I understand there's going to be a number of bands and musicians at Moe's. They're going to be playing Jimmy Buffett songs and stuff like that. Next Sunday, that's today. Next Sunday at T. Marie's, they're having a Jimmy Buffett Day and commemorating the life of Jimmy Buffett, and they're going to have specials on cheeseburgers and margaritas next Sunday. I will post more details as they become available to me. And just real quick, today is National TV Dinner Day and Canned Cocktail Day. I don't like canned cocktails. That's like Zima and Zima was in a bottle, but what was the White Claw and stuff like that. If you like it, that's fine. Just don't talk to me if you like it. Anyway.
Wow.
Dude, are y'all officially open now?
Yeah.
You are, and up and running. Is there any talk of a national day? Is there any talk of a grand opening when that might be?
There's mumble. Yeah. That's about it right now. It's basically all right, when we're going to have a grand opening. Yeah, we need to look at that.
Yeah, so that's kind of, from what I've seen, still needs. And I know talking to Smack with Smack that there's still some things to
Artorias
to finalize.
They called him Artorias one day. I went, who's Artorias? Smack. Oh, okay.
Artorias Smack.
Yeah.
He could talk to Smack too. No, he's a great guy. He's super nice.
This whole thing was his vision. He was a food truck operator.
Yeah.
Smack's Smokehouse, which was featured on Food Network. And the building that's next door to the park was, he would rent that space for Mardi Gras every year. Mm-hmm. Him and Dee both, and would make a killing. Mm-hmm. And then he drove by one day and said it was for sale. And he's like, well, who am I going to pay rent to for that alley? And he thought, hey, dummy, it says for sale.
Pay myself.
Yeah, so we got indoor seating that's getting close, and then our fountain drink should be out there. We got 03 seconds there, Mike.
I saw it. Okay, he showed me around. I was so impressed. It's going to be a great spot.
And if he wanted to call in the show, what number would you give him?
You would call in at 251-343-0106, and you can text there too.
Not saying that we're going to read it,
but we would.
Yeah, as soon as the show's over.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, so we're opening up today like 12:30 or 1.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if you ain't serving breakfast, man, I ain't no point. But everybody goes there for Crop Myers.
That's what I was going to ask. And then I looked at the clock. I was going to the hours, and are they regular hours?
Is a great place to go if you want to feel young.
What?
If you want to feel young.
Where?
Crop Myers.
Crop Myers.
Because I walk in there, and by 10 years at least, I am the youngest person in their customer base.
We went there for
depends on when you go.
Several
Sundays for sure.
Yeah.
Several years ago, they had, I want to say 3 or 4 years now, 5. They had the Mobile Broadcasters Association reunion in there. They were going to hold every year. Marty, kind of spearheaded that. We held it up in there.
Up in
up in there.
Well, they do a 10 times the business they were doing on Florida Street, because they have rooms now, and they closed Grand Central now, and they divided it up into party areas.
Yeah.
We had a class reunion there, 45, this little 45-year get-together. The food was phenomenal.
Yeah.
They did, Mary Margaret, and we talking about, that's the hardest working woman in Mobile, is Mary Margaret.
Yeah.
And Cammy over at Old Dutch Ice Cream, but Mary Margaret, I never see her out anywhere. She's always there working, day and night.
Also, we had that, when you're facing, right up that corner, that was the room we were in, a whole freaking.
That'd be a good place to go watch the parade today.
Yeah.
So they're not out. If they're not, they don't have it rented out or something. They might have it rented out.
Maybe they rented out,
It's rentable like that anyway. Isn't it? I said a lot of that downtown, most of these businesses, they're making it rentable like that. Aren't they?
Yeah, they are, but more and more balconies are coming available. I know Scott Gonzalez at Three Gorges is going to finish his balcony up above Three Gorges. And Wendell Quimby has got a couple buildings he's having balconies put on. He's had problems trying to find companies that have employees to show up to work, to do the work.
Right.
And,
That's the only thing I noticed about, and I know it's in development, just how it's, seating and stuff like that down there and how that'll develop eventually.
Yeah, when we get that second.
Yeah,
put
this
in.
year. Yeah, and I was wondering about that, when we were just mentioning the bog, they wanted to put something up here where you have.
That's phase 2. That's why we're closed Monday through Wednesday, so they can start working on that.
Cool.
Which I need to be open Monday through Wednesday. I'm a lunch person, and I ain't gonna make any money to get open for more lunch. Until these crowds start coming back downtown.
yeah, so the weather's getting cooler.
Yeah.
Start getting cooler.
Of course, once we get close to Halloween, everything will correct itself until January.
Mardi Gras, you're gonna be dead.
Yeah, ain't nobody goes downtown during Mardi Gras.
The way it was shut, I just closed down there.
Yeah. It's one of those.
Well, there's lots of new
I
development.
can make it to Mardi Gras.
Oh, you will.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We were just talking, no, we can't talk about that on air.
FCC's 2 floors above us. So. Okay.
Anyway, it don't matter, they can still monitor us if they want to.
Yeah. All right,
So
Michael.
anyway, I don't have anything else to talk about, Steve.
Well, we already burned through it.
Let's just go home.
Hours.
Oh, they're very liquid.
Pretty fluid, huh?
Yeah, because of our agreement with the city for the construction, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday lunch, we are closed. And, we open Thursday evenings, and each of us has different hours based on our clientele. Like D didn't even want to open for lunch, and he hardly ever sells anything for lunch. When we have a lunch crowd, because for some reason at lunchtime people don't want fried chicken on a stick and Albanese, but he kills at night, especially late night.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm more of a lunch crowd, so my ideal schedule would be like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday lunch only.
Okay.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday lunch and dinner, and Sunday closed, just so I can rest. But since we're closed Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I'm open Sundays in the afternoon. And then
BoxOwt's going through basically construction as well continually right now.
Right. The building to the right of us, it's about 95% complete. There's a few things the health department wants us to do and the city wants us to do to get that indoor dining facility going.
Now, that's going to be for renting or?
Yeah, you can rent the space over there and have events if you like. But when there's nothing going on, it's just going to be, hey, you can buy your food, sit outside, or you can go inside.
Town hall and all that.
Yeah.
Do the events and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And when we get that second story built on, it will pretty much always be just public seating. And then the inside stuff will be more for events.
Okay.
With it being, if there's not an event.
He showed me that the seating can be maneuvered and moved around to accommodate a lot of things.
Yeah, we're working on getting some shade next week.
That's one thing.
Like a tarp hanging?
Yeah, just try a canopy or something.
It's only bad when you're like But the sun's was like from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock.
Oh, no.
But that
It
builds,
goes straight down and fills that alley with sunlight from about 9 in the morning till about 5 o'clock at night.
Oh, so it's just, and the way it's situated, it's just, there's no
Yeah.
movement
well,
of
there's
air.
heat.
Yeah,
It holds heat in that
Yeah,
area, but, you know, the weather's about to get better.
yeah. But that direct sunlight, yesterday's temperature may not have been hotter than we've had this summer, but it was a hotter day in that kitchen than it was when it was 100.
and then there's metal buildings.
Yeah. Well, they're not metal buildings. That's a facade.
Really?
Yeah, they are. The walls are made out of, I believe it's called magnesium oxide. It's the same thing the Great Wall of China is built out of. And it has an insulating foam on the front and the back. And will burn for 4 hours and never catch on fire. You have a fire burning right next
Does
to
it
it.
translate into cooler inside and out?
Yes, it does. It handles temperatures way better than standard walls. Way better. I mean, we've got these little air conditioners in there. If I can ever figure out the remote. But the biggest thing is we've got these hood vents. The health department requires you to have these huge, gigantic, unnecessary hood vents for the tiniest little cooking space.
I remember the first time I ever saw a remote control air conditioner. I was in Perpignan, France, and I was sitting there trying to turn the TV on, and then I heard the noise of. I said, "What the world?" And then I figured out it's air conditioning, which you didn't need hardly there anyway. So
Yeah.
there was some
Because they have yeast in the air. Oh, wait, we're talking about the air conditioning, not the bread. That is why the bread is so good. Apparently, they don't add yeast to the bread.
now.
It's in the air.
Really?
Same with San Francisco sourdough. That's not a yeast that you add to it. If you're not, that is why San Francisco sourdough is different. If you're not in San Francisco, you can't make it. That yeast comes from the air.
Wow.
Yeah, and the yeast that's in the air in Paris is the best yeast in the world for making bread. How do you
But I
think
was
we
down there.
invented bread?
I
The yeast
Well,
was
I
an
didn't think
accident.
I hadn't
Yeah.
thought about it till now.
Yeah.
The
yeast was an accident.
But it's,
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about it.
That's the unleavened bread that you read about in Scripture. Is bread that has no yeast, flatbread, more like
Right.
crackers than anything.
Right.
And then somewhere they got somewhere where there was a good amount of yeast in the air, and all of a sudden that bread rose.
About like naan, I mean, that's not a,
That sounds like a song.
Modern naan is got a little yeast in it, same as pita, and so it's not a true flat. I mean, what you read about in the scriptures is straight on pretty much a cracker.
interesting.
Or if you're familiar, there's a bread in Jewish culture called lavish.
Right.
That is a straight up flatbread.
Unleaded.
Yeah.
Or yeast. Oh. Learn something new on this.
Well,
I learned something new. I've been
Well, that's
doing
kind
this
of the
a
point,
long
I thought, yeah. So on your menu, I was curious about, because I had the Nola, and what's the name again?
That is a Creole cheese sauce with Hall's andouille sausage.
Creole sauce.
If you see a Creole cream sauce on the menu at a Creole Cajun restaurant, that basically means they took Alfredo and added blackening seasoning to it.
Okay.
I took a regular cheese sauce and added blackening seasoning to it.
Okay.
That gets those flavors throughout it, and I've made it before too, where I put a little bit of liquid crab oil in it. Just a touch, just to get some of those flavors going. And then the andouille is, that is the sausage of the one. Yeah.
Okay.
And I take the sausage, I dice it up, I render it down for the fat, and start building my cheese sauce with that fat, as opposed to butter.
Okay.
So now you get the andouille flavor throughout the entire thing.
Maybe, how much do you generally prepare?
For one of those, we have what we call half pans on the line, and nobody seems to understand them on the radio right now. Everyone from BoxOwt's calling me, what do you mean you're going to be good?
Welcome to being a boss, right?
Yeah, I've already lost where I was at.
How much do you make?
Oh, so those little pans that I have are called half pans. They're half of a hotel-sized pan. There's a pound of sausage that goes in one of those.
Okay.
Diced up. Pretty much a pound of any meat is what I put in those, which is a lot of meat in that much mac and cheese. Most places would put a quarter of a pound and stretch it out.
Now, folks, this is not your mama's or your daddy's or your grandma's mac and cheese. It's not out of a blue box.
Nope.
And it's not out of a generic box. This is the real deal. It's not
Butter, roux,
it's
add
not-
milk, and then choose your
The
cheese.
shells were an inch at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm using the Celentini, which is a corkscrew like an elbow twice, and it has
It
ridges.
holds the sauce good.
Yeah, it has ridges on the outside. And then I also have some jumbo elbow macaroni, really big elbows, and they have ridges on the outside. And when I get set up,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
when I get set up with distributor and everything, I'll just use one pasta. Right now, I'm kind of at the whim of what I can find on the store shelf.
I was gonna ask, is a certain design of sausage you just said, does it hold it, the
Yeah.
sauce differently?
Yeah. One of the biggest things that gets me when I work in Italian restaurants is people that come in and go, I want a fettuccine Alfredo, but can I get that on angel hair? No, actually, that's impossible. I can put angel hair in the bowl, but you ain't gonna have any sauce on it, because angel hair won't hold it. It falls right off.
Yeah.
And so what you end up doing is eating plain angel hair and then drinking sauce
Your
out of it.
sauce is at the bottom.
Yeah. The
That's why
shape
that-
of sauces of all pasta tastes exactly the same.
Right.
To me, it is absolutely just irrational that someone goes, oh, I don't like a fettuccine, but I like angel hair. You're eating the same thing.
Right,
The
it's
shape
the
is-
shape
yeah.
of it, yeah.
The shapes are not for
You
what
can
you
taste-
like to chew.
You can take shapes.
Yeah, the shapes are designed to hold.
Before that.
Yeah, the shapes are designed to hold different sauces. If you got a creamy or cheesy sauce, you don't want angel hair. It's not gonna hold. It's too thin. You want something bigger. Fettuccine, it's flat, has more surface area.
So thicker sauce,
Creamier sauce.
well, creamier sauce.
Yeah, a tomato sauce, like,
Kind of idea?
yeah, like angel hair is great. There's it's called pomodoro. It's angel hair with roasted tomatoes and basil. That's pretty much it. And it's terrific for that.
Well, let me, my favorite, believe it or not, I love those little shells. They look like little seashells. You know why? Because they'll cup your meat, your sauce.
Yeah.
Sauce.
And that's a macaroni.
Yeah.
And that's the thing to point out. Macaroni is not elbows. That's
Mhm.
Those are a macaroni, but I think it's over 200 types of macaroni.
They look like plastic. Man.
And a macaroni is either hollow with a hole through the center, or it's got some kind of concave aspect to it that cups sauce, like the shells might stop.
Okay, I see.
But you've had it before. I forget where we had it, but you fell in love with bucatini, which looks like spaghetti, but each noodle has a hole running right through the middle of it.
How do they put
Like a
that
straw?
hole there?
Yeah, like a straw.
How do they put that hole there?
I don't know, man. I know. Magic.
That's it.
Yeah.
Italian magic.
Yeah. But at some point, I'll probably run a pan of spaghetti, but I'm going to use bucatini and put a lot of cheese on it. And
But
so,
it is mac and cheese, really, after all.
right. Yeah. So I broke out the sloppy joes just for Mike Bagel. And he does it. Well, the idea was pretty good. Hey, let's do a sloppy joe Saturday where all I got to do is toast some Texas toast and slop something on.
Well, my thought on that was when you originally said mac and cheese, and it was going to open, that you were going to focus just on mac and cheese. But I also wondered if you were going to have that as most people do with mac and cheese, a side item only, and you were going to serve it along with other things like, you know.
Oh, the mac and cheese is the star of the show.
Right, no, I knew
I had
that, but I
somebody
just
step up
wondered.
yesterday and he looked at it and he goes, I'll take a sloppy joe. Do you have any sides? Yeah, 6 kinds of mac and cheese. And he's like, oh yeah.
That's what I was meaning, is I didn't know if there was going to be a core, you know, like this and then.
Weren't you doing
Side
grilled
items.
cheese sandwiches too?
Well, yeah, I've been doing you got the caprese, right?
Oh, yeah.
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 I'm tweaking the caprese. I've been making it with the fresh buffalo mozzarella and tomatoes and basil. And that mozzarella takes a long time to get melted. And you saw how stretchy it was.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to turn it into a caprese dip. And what you will get is a grilled cheese with provolone
That sounds better.
and a little cup of the tomato basil soup that you don't get down into.
The only question I had was the thickness of the bread. Why don't you do Texas toast?
Because they were out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the biggest bread I could find. It is
I
so
just wondered.
hard to find anything specific at Walmart. It really is. And that was where I had to shop that time. That was where my time allowed me to go.
Once you have distributors, you'll.
Yeah, so I used English toasting bread. I got Texas toasting bread.
3430106 is our call or text in line. Love to hear from you, folks.
No, I mean, I wasn't complaining, but
Yeah.
I was wondering, I thought, that was the first thing
Yeah.
we do Texas
Yeah,
toast.
that's what I wanted, and Walmart didn't have even one loaf.
So are you going through distributors and finding?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go with,
Eventually,
I'm gonna go with Cisco.
Pretty cool.
I know a bread guy who services all the stores, and he serves the brick pit and all that. His name's Michael. Yeah, super guy, but I don't know if you're gonna have the volume yet. Well, he'd come by, he might come by once, once a month. I mean, once a week, like he did brick pit.
Yeah, if I get set up, but I'm gonna find out who Roy's using and make sure I don't use them. Cause their bread just comes in crushed. And they're making no attempts to keep stuff from crushing, and the inconsistency is ridiculous. And that's, like the Gambino bread, that's not their fault, because that's coming from New Orleans.
Right.
The Gambino must be struggling right now to get people in, because we'll have some that'll come in, they'll be flat and nothing to it, and then one right next to it, big and round, where they put egg wash on it so it's shiny. I mean, it's just every batch, every loaf of the Gambino is different.
Maybe because we don't have yeast in here down here for French bread.
I did not, I mean, I just didn't think about it, there's little things you just don't think about. That makes sense, though. I'm thinking about it. I used to take those Chef Boyardee mixes, and that would be my starter kit for making my homemade pizza. And then I would add Martha White's, self-rising flour in there. And, dude, I mean, you get ding bread, man.
Yeah.
Not that I wanted a whole lot of bread, but my kids, I was trying to keep.
I use that Chef Boyardee kit to do a pretty good facsimile of a Chicago style pizza.
Yeah.
I got a springform pan for making cheesecake.
Yeah.
What, about that big around?
Yeah.
And used the whole thing.
Yeah.
And folded it on the side and did it.
Yeah.
And with the springform pan, when it was done, I could just pop that loose off and cut it like that.
Yeah.
That did a good job. And it's just anywhere that it calls for oil in the recipe, you replace it with melted butter. Yeah. Because that's what the thing is in Chicago pizza. That crust has got the butter on it. It was invented by a Southerner.
Sitting here starving to death.
Go get you a good salad, buddy.
That's not enough.
15 seconds intro.
All right, 15 seconds.
Re-entry, whatever.
There we go, that's going. Good idea.
That's us.
It is us. Hey, we want to say thanks to our friends over there at Bob's Downtown Diner, Corner Fat and Happy. You know where they are, and you know who they are.
Ready to do a park by them on Friday.
Huh?
A park over by there Friday.
I try to park there all the time. They have a secret parking spot. It's a lot secret.
Don't tell me, because that will be my new parking spot when I go to work.
So anywho, get by there and see them, spend some money with them, support local as always. And speaking of support local again, our friends over at Le Bichon Wine and Tapas Bar in downtown Daphne. They're about a rock's throw from Dragonfly and Macy's and all that.
But why would you want to throw a rock at this place?
No, you don't have to. Football. You can throw football.
Okay.
You can throw
Nerf football, so you don't put a window out.
So anyway, a rock could do that. So anyway, our friends over there, best pimento cheese you'll ever put in your mouth. Great. And order pizza with it on top. That's good. Or if they had burgers, you could get a cheeseburger in paradise, but with pimento cheese. So you see what I did there.
Yeah.
And Steve shaking his head. It's Steve shaking his head like, oh God. Anyway, he shaved his legs for that. Dude, doesn't it?
shaved my back for this.
Oh, yeah. And, how could you do that? Anyway, hey, well, this is a food show. We're not talking about that stuff on food show. And with, our friends over there at Hall Sausage and Meat, great people, wonderful people, hardworking people. Go out there.
Piggly Wigglies.
Go out there, yeah, your Piggly
At
Wiggly.
your Walmart.
It's your Walmart.
At your Rouse's.
Your Rouse's, your Careers.
Yeah.
And
Ask for it if they ain't got it.
absolutely, go ask for it. If they don't have it, demand it. Say you're gonna go somewhere else.
I had to break out that venison sausage downtown, so,
Yeah,
in the mac and cheese.
there you go.
Mm.
Doing it to start with deer season.
Christmas time.
Okay. Anyway, and then.
I put red bell peppers in it one time and called it Rudolph mac and cheese.
Hey,
Yeah.
look at you.
Yeah.
Marketing genius.
Why is it Rudolph mac and cheese?
He's the Elon Musk of mac and
Yeah.
cheese.
Because
We're
it's
gonna go for it.
Yeah.
This past Friday
It's got
was,
pimentos and venison in it.
Okay.
this past Friday was Disney, we should have just called it Bambi. And that open season
Oh, yeah.
Or Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Bambi, yeah.
Yeah. Little Mermaid would have been canned tuna.
If it's real good. Anyway, and then we want to certainly thank our friends over there at Butch Cassidy's at the corner of Bush Shell, with the Social and Florida Street. There's a lot of businesses.
Florida.
But anyway, thank you to all those folks that helped us with this show here. So what we're gonna talk about?
I've got a question. for
Yeah,
you.
go ahead,
On the
go ahead.
big Jimmy Buffett tribute we did last week, and tying into this week, you said today they're having the second line.
Today is the second line. They're asking people to start at 3:00, getting there and gathering, and so get everybody lined up, and at 4:00.
So about 2:30, go grab your mac and cheese.
So I guess the thing is, they want to be down at Moe's by 5:00, because it'll be 5:00 somewhere at that point. So, yeah, what was your question?
That, my question was, who all is participating as far as along that?
It's open to the public.
Yeah, that's the second line.
It's open to the public. I don't know who the leading band, I don't know if it's gonna be Excelsior Band or whoever is gonna be leading it, but it'll be a big crowd of people, and they'll all be
Drunk.
Celebrating.
Yeah.
They're pedestrians, it's okay.
Celebrating.
Yeah,
And you're allowed to carry open container. So,
In the MoDOT Entertainment District.
that's right. I live in that, by the way. Even though I live in a neighborhood, I think it's still part of it.
How many blocks away from the mac and cheese is that?
It's about 5 or 6, 2 feet long.
Yeah, I was about to say about 4.5 blocks more than he's willing to walk.
Although it's getting cool enough, I can start to get up early and walk my 3 miles.
Well, you said you're on a diet, so obviously there's gotta be an exercise
I've been
program
waiting.
with that.
This heat has been horrible. Now, when it's good weather, I go.
Oh,
out.
no. Exercise might be unpleasant.
Well, you know.
That's why I was asking. I didn't know if the doctor had recommended along with the diet an exercise program like walking or
I used to walk all the time. And,
bicycling.
I
He
mean,
used to bicycle all the time. The city won't let him do it anymore because he can't seem to get anywhere without going face planting.
I kept Johnson Band-Aids in this. Hey, I don't have the balance I used to.
What's the diet that you're on? What is it? Less salt, more?
It is a program that you pay money to be in. And I don't want to divulge the name of it yet, but we've talked about it here before because I got on it one other time.
Okay.
For
And
5 minutes.
no, I was on it for 3 months, and I just wasn't dedicated to it. I just did not do a good job with it. I was cheating on it, and I wasn't doing a good job. Now, I'm back on it.
You think you're committed?
I'm committed now. So,
But I mean, is there certain do's and don'ts, things you stay away from? That's where I'm going with it.
Oh, a lot.
Like
say a lot of.
fried foods, obviously.
I have to have my fuel, what's called fuelings during the day, and I can't miss them.
Fuelings?
And I eat about every 2 to 3 hours, 2.5 to 3 hours.
Okay.
Are you doing anything like the green slushies?
No, yes. Anyway,
What was
I can have a green and lean, which is.
Well, there's
I do.
algae is incredibly
Yeah.
healthy.
Yeah, no,
At nighttime, my evening meal, my last meal is a lean and green, and I've been doing vegetable and meat, and I eat that way anyway. That's what I eat. But my problem was I was doing it in the morning, I was doing it at lunch, I was doing that.
Doing it for an afternoon snack, doing it when he gets up at midnight to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. So now, cut all that out, and I eat exactly what's in
So they line it up for you.
It's pretty much lined up. I'm usually about an hour a week doing it every day, but I do everything, and it's already showing me results on the scale. And,
So is it on your phone? So can you bring it up on your phone?
I got a book.
Oh,
I got a book at home.
Okay.
I got a book.
So if you had it on your
And,
phone, you could look at it.
I was,
You couldn't even be looking at Facebook.
usually people post their results on Facebook, but I want to wait. I want to wait and let me get a month into it, see a big change, feel a big change. I already feel a big change. I really do. I already feel a
The
big
reason they
change.
do that is to quote self-motivate.
Yeah, and I just want to. I've posted 100 times that I was going to die, 100 times, and so I just want to
Number of
keep it off
times on a
Facebook.
diet?
I want to keep it off Facebook right now, and then when I see my results and they're mind-boggling, then I'll post about it.
Okay,
Show,
what happens if
show
they're
my
not
pictures. Huh?
So what if they're not mind-boggling like you imagine them?
Well, I'm hoping the way I'm progressing right now, because I hope within a month, 3 weeks to 4 weeks, you'll be able to see the difference in the photos, compare my beginning photos and then after photos. Yeah.
You doing shirtless?
Are you,
But they're good.
is there a goal weight that you're looking
Yeah,
at?
I'm trying to lose about 70, 80 pounds. I want to get down to around between 170 and 180 pounds.
Can I make a recommendation that is great for weight loss?
Yeah, go ahead.
Inhale yourself on a tomato can. I gotta tell you.
That takes longer, Stu.
No, weight loss was pretty quick. It was the learning to walk that was
Yeah.
took a while.
I had to do that after
Personal
COVID.
experience.
I had to do that after COVID. I learned to walk again.
For the longest time, someone would post on Facebook, I'm trying to lose weight. Who's got a good weight loss program? Oh, I dropped 120 pounds in a year. Really? How'd you do that? Inhale myself in a tomato can.
Yeah, lost half your stomach.
Yeah, didn't get any solid food for 6 months.
There were a lot of folks that they do this,
Yeah.
surgery, and I knew a guy that it worked for a little while, but he just went
A lot
right
of
back.
That
People went
is
right back.
simply enabling the exact same personality that got you into it.
All right, folks, we got to go. Get out there, support local, be local. Use sunscreen, especially today. Use it every day, even during the winter when the sun's out.
Because you don't want the sun to mess up your provolone.